Alright, hello everybody. This is NMxJValjean again with NMxJValjean, and we're here to bust another map hacker. And his name is NMxJValjean. He's around top 100 Grandmaster. He's 109, and his previous name was NMxJValjean, if you want to know, before he changed his name to NMxJValjean. And here's his profile as you can see this season. So we're just going to jump into the replay, but before we start this replay, we just want to let you know that this guy tried to be as legit as he could. He scouted perfectly, he kept on scouting, he built multiple observers around the map, but he messed up on one part, and we'll show you that part that we actually caught him map hacking. But as we cast these higher tier players, or these higher Grandmaster leveler map hackers, they're not going to make a completely blatant like Game of Drone or that HRZ Zach guy. They're going to try to do their best to make it look like they're playing legit, but we got too many requests to go over this guy's replays, and we finally caught something really odd. Actually, the very first replay that I went over, I saw him do something really odd. So we'll go over this. So I'm just gonna fast forward it to the very end, so you guys don't have to waste your time. So he probe scouts like a normal person.
Yeah, he's got actually pretty good map vision, and that's all through game. He makes observers, keep like trying to see where his opponent units are, everything. There's only one part that actually is really fishy.
Yeah. Like we said, these guys aren't stupid. They're gonna try their best to make it look legit.
Yeah, and he's not using like anything like blink hack or anything really obvious. He probably like turned those options off.
He also didn't use camera lock, as we could tell, or whatever. Just on a side note, I want you guys to notice that he goes over here to kill an overlord. That's spreading creep. So there's creep right here, right? Okay, so just keep in mind that there's still creep on his third right here.
Yeah, and you can still see it on the minimap, which means in his vision, he still sees the creep.
Yeah.
That's going to be important in like a few minutes.
Yeah, and we'll tell you why that's important. Like we said, he has an observer checking everywhere. This guy, as far as we can tell, he plays really good. You know, he has good map control and everything.
Yep.
All right, so he does a 2-base all-in. Happens to work. Okay, so I'm going to slow down the replay right around here. Just wait a little bit.
Alright, see on the minimap you can still see the creep on his turn. In a few seconds that's going to be the, like, let's say, odd part.
Alright, so, okay, bam, right here. He selects a probe, right? Then he goes to his third and builds a nexus on top of creep. You cannot do that, and we'll be going into this more later. But he builds a nexus on creep, and we figured out when you have map hacks, and we'll explain and show you this later in this video. But when you have map hacks, the creep disappears in your vision. So, in other words, if you have map hacks and you spread creep tumors, but you never even scouted, let's say he never scouted this area, in his mini-map and in his vision, if he does decide to put his camera view over here, you can actually see the creep increase. Same with if you kill a creep tumor, you can actually see the creep decrease without having any vision. You can just see it through the fog of war. So,
and to actually prove it, we went to like the hacker Impa, which got banned, and we looked through his VODs, and we actually found a video to actually prove that what we're saying is not like anything. He actually does it in his games.
Yeah. And also, same thing if you try to, go place a proxy pylon Let's say he had no vision of this area, but he places a proxy pylon here. When his probe gets there, or he can't, he just can't place a pylon on creep. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, because he already sees it. Yeah.
Another scenario would be if you're counting rushing an opponent, you place a pylon over here. You move your probe up here to put cannons here. You can't place it on creep. It's just pretty well known. You can't place stuff on creep that you see on the minimap or in the fog of war. So let's just watch him actually put it down. Oh my gosh, the creep is actually gone, and he places his nexus. Alright, so we're going to back out of this video and show you us first testing so you guys can see, is it actually possible for you to place a nexus on top of creep. So let me get this video ready for 1 second. Give me 1 second. Alright, so here's the video. I don't know how to make full screen. Oh god, I messed it up. Where is it?
Oh yeah, you just close it.
Yeah, my PC's like really messed up ever since I formatted it. Alright, can you see this clearly?
I don't see it yet. There's a few. Oh yeah, now I can.
Okay, so we're just gonna push play on this video. Okay, so let me push pause for 1 second. What Zvai's doing when we're making this video is he built an overlord and he's spreading creep out this area. I'm gonna go kill the overlord, move back, and I'm just gonna have vision of it with my fog of war, so you'll see what I mean. Okay, so there's the overlord. We kill the overlord. Okay, so in the fog of war we still see the creep, and at this point in time it doesn't matter how long we leave that creep there, we're always going to have vision of that creep until we have a unit go over there. So let's see if we can place a nexus there. And oh my gosh, you can't, because there's creep there. But when we actually go there, there probably is going to still be creep there if I remember correct. I'm talking in the video, but I just muted it so we can just do. No. Okay, so the creep is about to be gone, and then you can place your nexus there. Alright, so if that's not proof enough that what he did was, you just can't do that in a legit StarCraft 2 game, we're gonna pull up game of. Oh no, I got out of Game of Drone. Do you still have that link?
Impa.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. Fine.
So this is a video of a map hacker that actually screamed himself using map hacks. So
yeah.
Alright.
So let's get right into it. And what we're trying to prove right now is, can we see creep increase and decrease in the fog of war or on the minimap? And if that is true, what NMxJValjean did is obviously map hacking. If we can see in the fog of war that that creep increases and decreases. So let's just get right to it. Okay, so first off, you can see everything.
And you guys can go see those VODs by yourself on his stream.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's around 10-minute mark, I think.
I'll just skip to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now he hasn't scouted it, right? But we can see the creep is about next to his natural. But watch as the video increases. And by the way, he's never gonna send another guy out. We can slowly. I don't know if you guys can see this, or you're gonna just have to believe me. His creep is slowly increasing down to the bottom of his ramp. And again, he has no vision of it. There we go. Look, it's going down to the bottom of his ramp, connecting it to his third and his natural. So we can definitely see on the minimap and in the fog of war that the creep is increasing without any actual vision.
Yeah, and that proves that in the other video that we just showed you, the guy had map hack on, and you could see the creep decrease on his minimap as the game goes on, even if he didn't actually scout it.
Yeah, and that was why he was able to put a nexus on top of creep, Because in his vision with the map hacks, there's no creep there. But in the replay, and in our vision, there's creep there, and obviously we know that it's not possible. Okay, so right here, you can, when I push play, you can slowly see this creep increase. And this isn't a fog of war. He's just looking here randomly, and it's very laggy. But you just gotta believe us, and you can even see. I don't know if you can see, but his creep is now to the Zalnaga watchtower without any vision or scouting. So, in other words, creep increases and dissipates without having vision when you have map hacks.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the biggest thing, and why we well, it's kind of obvious now that he map hacks, but
he was actually really hard to catch because all his other moves were pretty legit. Like he scouted, and there's no blink hack or anything for us to actually look at.
Yeah. By the way, again, these map hackers are always so BM, and this guy is no joke, always super BM. And I don't know why it always seems like map hackers are totally jerks and BMers. But here's just another small thing, if you guys are still watching. But by the way, if you do agree that he's map hacking, thumbs up the video. If you don't, thumbs down the video, so we can get, you know, a general good idea. But it's kind of obvious. He says cool map hack, even though he had this watchtower and he can see everything. But I'm just skipping to the very end, and we'll just show you something odd. And this is why I started looking for this guy. Okay, so he's killing the rocks right here, right? He constantly looks right here, and then as you can see, he starts moving his guys up. He looks down here for no reason, but watch what happens. He keeps constantly he moves his units before he sees these Marines come into his vision.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go over it because it's kind of too little of a thing, but it's just very odd that someone would constantly look at this area and move his units, look down at where his opponent's units are coming, and then move away before he has vision of the Marines. It's just, you just don't do something like that. But that was just one fishy moment of this guy, and then we went over, or I went over another replay of him, which was the one where he put a Nexus on top of creep, which he cannot.
Oh yeah. And by the way, do we want to go against the replay that he played green and that he selects a stalker?
Oh,
yeah. Let's go through this one real quick.
Actually, let's just. Okay, you want to go over it?
We could just show.
Let's just try to make the video short. But in this replay we're talking about, and you guys can go look at it. It's uploaded on Drop SE or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and I'm gonna link it on the Team Liquid thread so you can watch it by yourself.
What this guy does is he has his army selected, but he select, if we go to his go to an all vision, we can see him select a stalker, like when he has no vision of it, and then he starts moving him back when he's being attacked. You just cannot do something like that. It's just impossible to do it in a legit game.
Yeah, he doesn't have this unit hotkeyed, and his vision is like somewhere else on the map, and he still selects it and moves it.
Yeah, it's just impossible to do. That's just another big, huge mistake by him. But the one where he places the Nexus on creep should be the tail sign. So this concludes this video of this guy, NMxJValjean. And hopefully you guys agree that he's a map hacker. We're going to be doing these videos once a week. We have a lot of players lined up, so subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Other than that, talk to you guys later.